Welcome back everyone to my Let's Play of Final Fantasy V, the 4-job Fiesta for T&V Small Critter Rescue. Last episode, our party defeated the super cannon that was guarding the entrance to the flying city here. Now that the super cannon is destroyed, we can enter the hole where the cannon came out of, and we can head inside the ruins here and hopefully find whoever activated the machine hooked up to the Earth Crystal, which is allowing this ruined city to fly. We got a lot of new enemies to encounter in here, but the good thing is most of these enemies are weak to the terrain spell that the Geomancer uses, so battles will be pretty easy. Terrain is going to wipe out most of these guys real quick. Terrain is always going to use the Gale Cut, which is that hit all wind elemental, so as long as the enemy doesn't absorb wind, we'll be fine. So there is one enemy that does absorb wind. I'll point that one out when we get to it, but as you can see, he made short work of those stoned masks. They're weak to lightning, so if you don't have the terrain effect, you can use like lightning 2 Ramu on them. Our characters could use the coral swords or the bolt 2 sword. So another good job besides the Geomancer in this area would be a thief. The thief has a hidden passages ability, and that shows hidden passages also show off where there are like hidden floors. You see we're walking over what looks like the air there, but those are actually, there's hidden passages there, hidden floors. The thief can see them, so they like appear in like little like white scribble lines, which show them off. So, raw mages there, they're good to defeat for elixirs, if you want them, but we're not going to be farming anything around here. We're just going straight through. We got gold armor. That's a little bit better than the stealth armor that currently Faris and Galuf have. But I'm not going to equip it because it's better in terms of pure defense. But it weighs a lot more, and it removes the stealth armor's bonus to agility. So that means that with the added weight and the less agility, Galuf and Faris would, their action bar there, that white bar that turns yellow, that would fill up slower, so they'd have less turns. So here there's the Wool Demon there, they absorb the wind, so that's why we didn't have Lenna use the terrain, because they would have absorbed the wind and healed up. So that's the one enemy we don't want to use terrain on in this dungeon. So around, get an elixir there. Keep heading around. There's 2 save points in this dungeon. We're going to skip the first one here right for now. It's up these staircases here. I'm going to take a detour path to get that treasure chest up to the north there. It's a gold shield, which is better than the mithril shield. We actually will equip that on like the gold armor. So, because the mithril shield doesn't have any like special bonuses that it's conferring on our characters, unlike the stealth armor. So, the stealth robe. More of a robe than an armor, based on the character class that can use it. The appearance, the little, see, it looks like a little shirt, the stealth. The gold looks like an armor piece though. So as you can see there, we get gold. 3 more defensive power, but it has all the penalties that the stealth armor doesn't. So we're gonna keep it the stealth armor and continue going forward. And head back toward that save point. We'll make a save just to be safe, but the real difficult enemies don't start appearing until about the 5th floor. So luckily we have another save point around there, so we're just going to be, like I said, better safe than sorry. So make a quick save here, and then we will head back and head through this staircase that we skipped earlier. A lot of winding passages in this dungeon. We got these toads here. Toads are weak to ice, so we'll have Faris use the Ice 2 spell on her sword. Not that it'll really matter much because terrain is going to make short work of these guys. Look, takes care of 2 of them. One just barely. The one in the upper left there was 800 hit points total, and we did exactly 800 damage. But yeah. Finish it off. Yeah, like I said, terrain is really good in this dungeon, except for against those wool demons. Wool Demons have a good spell if you have a Mediator. You can control the Wool Demon and have them cast the blue magic spell White Wind on a blue mage or a character who has the blue mage ability Learning. And what White Wind does is it restores hit points to everybody in the party equal to the hit points that the caster currently has. And what's really good about that is it, the best armor in the game is the Bone Mail, but that makes you take damage from healing spells, like normal healing spells like Cure 1, Cure 2, potions, high potions, but White Wind isn't affected by that. So that was really helpful against the super boss when I had the blue mage in my party. So right in the middle there was a trap. One of the advantages that the Geomancer has is the Geomancer has the innate ability to detect traps in the floor. So normally, if you would just step on that tile where the trap is, you would fall down. But the Geomancer, the trap will open up first so you can avoid it. That would be useful in future dungeons. So right now, it doesn't matter. We're actually going to spring that trap because it helps us cut back on some backtracking. But in future dungeons, it's really annoying if you get a trap and you don't want to fall in it. So got the Ancient Sword there. That basically inflicts like the old status on an enemy, which means that their stats will start going down. So put the Power Bracelet on our Geomancer Lenna. That way we can transfer the Elf Cloak to Faris in the front row. And we fall back down here, but we wanted to fall back down because we want to, like I said, make some backtracking. So, yeah, here we took the staircase. Now we want to take the doorway. We'll continue onward. There's that room with all the treasure chests. A bunch of them will loop it around. Over to the left here, that is where the boss is. We'll see, when we get to the other side, we'll see the boss and we'll actually see King Tycoon. But, that'll be a little bit later. Now, once we get to this floor, we can start running into some tough enemies. The Hedorah, and then there's the Hydra, which is a power swap of it. The Hedorah is easier, but still pretty tough, and the Hydra can be really annoying because it is another enemy that absorbs basically the wind. This is an enemy I'm surprised I haven't found yet. The Lanka Knights. They're pretty much everywhere in this dungeon, so I'm surprised it took this long to run into them. But yeah, hit them once with the Gale Cut and another physical attack from Galuf and Faris, and we wiped them out. So they hit pretty hard, but as you can see, we took them out pretty quickly. That multi-targeting of the Gale Cut is really, really good. So too bad we don't have anybody else. There's the White Wind there. Another blue magic spell that we could have learned from the Lamia enemies is 1,000 Needles. Basically what that does is it's a blue magic spell that casts, that does 1,000 damage points. It basically summons 1,000 needles to hit an enemy, and each needle does 1 point of damage, so it doesn't matter what the enemy's defense is, their magic defense, it's always going to deal that 1,000 damage, so. And Lenna has just mastered the Geomancer. Geomancer masters pretty quick. So we're going to switch her around. We're going to make her a Magic Knight. We'll make TNV our Geomancer. Later on, we're going to make, just have TNV be our Geomancer for now. Later on, we're going to lose Galuf. Galuf's going to leave our party. I know I kind of mentioned that this party's going to split a little bit later. And at that point, we're going to make Galuf the Geomancer because, one, it masters really quick. So if he's not in a party gaining a lot of ability points, it doesn't matter because he'll master quick anyway. And the solo section that he'll be doing by himself, having a Geomancer is actually pretty good for that section. So it'd be nice, like I said, a White Mage with the Geomancer ability would be nice. So when we turn TNV back into White Mage eventually, it would be nice to have him have the Geomancer ability. So we can give because Lenna's mastered Geomancer, she can have the Geomancer skill equipped on her as her second ability. So now we have 2 characters using the terrain effect. good because, like I said, we got some tough enemies coming up that Train will help against. And because we have these tough enemies coming up, we're going to make just a safety save here real quick. Save, and then we're going to head down and finish off this dungeon, or most of the dungeon, other than the ending. This is the room where we can start farming those Hydora monsters. But they also appear in the one room where the Hydra monster appears, so we get lucky and actually find the Hydora monster while we're looking for the Hydra monster. So, Hydra monster is annoying because it absorbs every single element. It's like those Gilgamesh enemies in War's Castle. So there's King Tycoon, and there's the boss's area. It's like a floating snake. Reminds me of the snake enemies in Kid Icarus on the first level. I'm going to play that game in a little bit. Maybe after this game. So I have a few games I want to get into before I go into Dragon Quest V. Still working on test run with that. So this is the Hydora in the background there. They can use a poison breath and they use thunder. Both are pretty damaging. So, but luckily, hey, Galuf managed to put the old status on it, so that'll make its attacks a little easier to avoid now. Deal less damage. I concentrated, I focused my attacks on the Hydora in the background because I knew that the second Gale Cut there would have taken out all the other enemies, the Raw Mage and the Lanka Knight. Yeah, unfortunately I attacked with the lightning sword, the Coral Sword, and the Hydora there, as you can see, it absorbs lightning. So I actually healed it a little bit there, but that's okay. We got another terrain on it, and that finishes it off, so. Now, like I said, the Hydora, kind of a tough enemy, but it is not as tough as its palace swap here, the Hydra, which you can basically only encounter in this room here. The Hydra, it's kind of a luck fight almost. If you try to take it out normally, it's basically going to destroy you, but it automatically drops a Phoenix down, and it's an undead monster, so you can throw a Phoenix down on it, and if you get lucky, the Phoenix down will automatically hit it and defeat it instantly. So, and then you just get your Phoenix down back down, but it's not guaranteed the Phoenix down will hit, and unfortunately that monster, the Hydra there, it comes equipped with a wall spell on it, so you can't just use like life on it, like your white mages think, oh, I'll just cast life on it, you won't have to worry about spending a Phoenix down. No, it has the auto reflect on it, so the life spell will bounce off, and that also prevents you from hitting with like fire spells that undead are usually weak against. So yeah, the best way to take care of them is to throw a Phoenix down on them. So I'm going to switch things up here because after the final boss here, we're going to, like I said, get our fourth job, the Dancer job, and that'll be the point where Galuf kind of leaves for a little bit, for a while. So we're going to make him the Geomancer, because if he's missing all those ability points, it ain't going to matter, because I'll master the job really, really quick anyway. And, so like I said, it won't matter too much, so we're switching around a bunch of equipment around. That's the bad thing. We want those elf capes on whoever our Mystic Knights are, because they're in the front row, so they're going to take the brunt of physical attacks, which we want to have them avoid. So move things around a little bit. And the sad thing is when you change things up, you have to lose all your equipment again. Honestly, I'm going to want to make sure the Mage Master and the Geomancer to make them their magic attacks a little bit more potent, because the Mage Master gives a slight increase to magical power. So we make our save here, and then we're going to head back and find that Snake Monster and King Tycoon that we saw earlier, and hopefully shut down the machine flying this city. Take care, have a good one, see you then. Bye.